What's going on, everybody? I appreciate you guys tuning in and checking out the video. Kind of trying something new out here. I've got a video where I'm using the XM-803 in a realistic battle here on War Thunder, and I'm just going to kind of go over my strategy and using the tank and my thoughts on it. This is probably one of my favorite higher tier tanks. And this map, especially with this spawn, you can be pretty aggressive here and get into a position where you can really lock down the Charlie objective, and that's what you're going to see me do here in just a little bit. You're able to kind of get on a little bit of a high plateau and block off that pass, and you really restrict the enemy team from being able to push onto the Charlie objective. This point right here can be kind of hairy because if you get a tank of equal speed, they're able to make it to this defilade that I just passed through and can definitely create problems for you pushing into this spot. So now you can see I've got a good high point of attack on these targets. They're trapped in this little bit of valley here, and the tank, the XM-803, is more than capable of getting these kills. Not getting the kills is just a sign of my poor aiming and not hitting the critical areas that I need to hit. As you can see, I hit the guy's, looks like his turret ring on that shot, but if I would have aimed a little bit further back, I would have been able to ammo rack him. This guy pushed up the hill, and fortunately, he didn't, create any critical damage on me. I was able to get the kill right here and then arrest the fire. I always recommend doing it in that order. You're gonna see me here. I'm trying to get my team to go push onto Charlie because nobody's gonna be able to shoot at them from this pass. They were encountering some issues from Bravo that we'll eventually see a little bit later on in the video, but it takes a little bit for someone to actually get on Charlie for us, but it turns out pretty well. One thing that can be kind of tricky with this spot, and they changed the boundary of the map a little bit for the enemy's spawn in this case, and you used to be able to go around the back side of this mountain that I'm sitting up against relatively easy and pass to the south side of it and then come around and flank Charlie from the south. So it's possible to get killed from behind where I'm at right now, and you'll see me encounter something of that nature in just a little bit, but that's where it helps to have teammates or squad mate back a little bit further on the Charlie objective, because they can kind of cover your 6 o'clock position here. And they also get me out of this sticky spot right there. So this position definitely offers you the high ground, and fortunately this tank's got pretty good downward depression, as you can kind of see here. Also paired with braking action, you're able to kind of get an even lower aim point than you normally would with most tanks. Additionally, the cannon on this XM-803 is going to be 152 millimeters, which you start out with the heat round and an ATGM as you can see, I'm using a Sabo round. This, in the higher tier battles, is going to be the more ideal cartridge to bring with you into the battle. Now, there's a time and a place for heat rounds and ATGMs. In my experience, I've just had better luck with the Sabo rounds. I do bring ATGMs every now and then. It just kind of depends on what I'm feeling. But you see here, I put a ping down on the map because I can actually hear someone coming to flank. Now, you've got to have a tank with some pretty decent speed to make that flank from the enemy spawn point here on this map. And unfortunately, I had a teammate that was able to help me out and get me out of that sticky situation. These bushes offer pretty good concealment here, and it can be kind of difficult to shoot from the first-person view in that spot, but it's a really good third-person view shooting point. It kind of offers a nice little loophole for you to be able to shoot through without the enemy being able to see you. But obviously, bear in mind, the minute you take one shot, your concealment's done for. So, as you can see, I'm beginning to engage that guy towards Bravo. He is one of the reasons why my team couldn't push on a Charlie as soon as I had hoped. I didn't realize that they were kind of having that kind of heat on Bravo until I just got to this point here. My favorite thing to see here in War Thunder overall is this straight line of teammates that I pretty much have stringing from all three objectives, and we're almost simultaneously pushing towards the enemy spawn, which it's really fun when you get a match like this where they're all you know, working together simultaneously and pushing the enemy back. It makes it feel like, I don't know, like a legitimate process.
Attention to the map. Roger. Hit that. The victory is near. Recon reports enemy spotted. Target destroyed. Recon reports enemy spotted.
Now, I will say, I hate being this guy, and you'll see me kind of hesitate and start to back up here because I don't want to be that first guy that just charges the enemy spawn, but it's at the point in the match where we have all three objectives and the entire team is about to push the enemy spawn, so I'll eventually follow my squad mate here and push in and just try to end the match at this point, honestly. Now, the XM-803, along with its large cannon, its other really nice feature is its speed. It's a really fast tank for a 9.0 in my opinion, with that large of a cannon. Full speed reverse shot right here. It just works so well, especially with the stabilization that the tank has, and obviously most of these top tier tanks are going to have that weapon stabilization, but it just, you know, it just kind of works real well on this tank. And you can see I got 2 assists and 9 kills, no deaths in this match. Pretty good match overall. didn't really play super aggressive other than that first move. But when you get into that point that I showed you guys, that elevated position, it works really, really well in covering Charlie. So that's one of my kind of spots that I like to use. I appreciate you guys watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Here are my stats, and if you liked the video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you like the commentation, leave a comment, let me know. If you hated it, leave a comment, let me know. Kind of new into this whole thing, so if you guys have suggestions or requests, leave them in the comments down below. I will read them and reply. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks again for watching.